Okay, welcome to the second episode of our trading, so to say. Okay, today we are going to identify liquidity sweeps. Okay, as you know, liquidity sweeps are actually the most important part of our strategy because they show us that the orders have been filled, okay, and that the price has the potential to reverse. Okay, so we need to know how to identify them. Okay, so yesterday we were identifying highs and lows, and today we are going to use that highs and lows knowledge in order for us to identify liquidity, okay, where it lays and how the liquidity sweep happens. Okay, so liquidity lays, okay, below 1 hour or 4 hour highs and lows, or above 1 hour and 4 hour highs and lows. Okay, so basically we need to first identify 1 hour highs and lows or 4 hour highs and lows, and then we know that liquidity rests above them or below them. Okay, and then when it's swept, we know that we have the potential for trend reversal, and then we can catch good trades in the early part of the trade, of the trend, and then we just have a winner. Okay, so let's go. Again, we are going to we're going to identify highs and lows, liquidity sweeps on the crude oil, because Gemini told us, okay, to randomly choose crude oil. So yeah, let's go. Enough talking, let's go. Okay, so what is a liquidity sweep? Okay, I'm gonna draw you again a little picture just to be sure that we are on the correct page. Okay, so let's say that here we have 1 hour chart, okay, and it goes like that, okay, up and down, up and down, up and down. So actually liquidity lies everywhere here below those 1 hour lows, okay, and it lays above 1 hour highs. Okay, liquidity lays here. So what is then a liquidity sweep? Okay, liquidity sweep is a longer push down, just like here in our case, for example, it pushed below this line. Okay, it swept liquidity below it, and then it's gonna go up and up and up and up and up and up and up again, and then it's gonna go down again. Okay, sweep this liquidity and then maybe start going up. Okay, for example, sweep on the top and then go fully down, collapse. Okay, so we are going to identify those liquidity sweeps. Okay, we have again 10 positive liquidity sweeps, or should I say 10 bullish and then 10 bearish. Okay, so let's go. The first one that I already noticed is here. Okay, boom, this is bullish liquidity sweep. Why? Because you see we have a low here, the price went through that low, okay, it swept liquidity and then it reversed up. Okay, so we have already the first one. Okay, we have another one here. Look, that's a low, the price goes down, sweeps liquidity and reverses. Okay, so another one. Let's keep searching, bro. It happens all the time on every single chart, on every single time frame. Okay, look here, the price goes down, tuck, sweeps up. Okay, let's see, for example, okay, here we don't have it. Yeah, okay, here we actually have it as well. Look, that's a low, the price goes down, ping, and up. Okay, here again, sweep, ping, up. Okay, so yeah, what else? For example, I'm looking for good ones. Okay, they happen all the time, but I'm looking for good ones because they are easy to identify. Okay, for example, and easy to learn on. Okay, so low, boom, price goes down, sweeps up. Okay, what else? Okay, this perfect example. A low, price goes down, sweeps and rallies. Okay, here, low, price goes down, sweeps up. Perfect example. Price goes down, sweeps and rallies. Okay.
In Georgia, you cannot wait for a month, this kind of villa for 1,200 euros.
For example, let's see if this was a sweep. No, it wasn't. Okay, here for example, okay, we have a low, price goes down, sweeps liquidity, goes up. Okay, perfect.
Yes, my uncle, he's a pilot.
Okay. Okay, so here we have another one. Low, okay, low, price goes through, sweeps liquidity, and goes up, 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 okay? So yeah, those were amazing ones. Okay, let's go back to the beginning, and let's see now bearish liquidity sweeps. Okay, let me delete the bullish ones. Okay, bearish liquidity sweep. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, here for example, up and down, that's a high. Up and down, yeah, that's a high. Boom, price goes up, sweeps liquidity and collapses. Okay, amazing first peak. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, here for example, up and down, that's a high. Price goes through, sweeps and goes down. Okay. Good. Okay, here for example, up and down. No, it didn't sweep it. Okay, up and down, it didn't sweep. Okay. Look. Up and down. Okay, we have a high. Price goes up, sweeps, and collapses. Okay, what else do we have? What else do we have? Up and down, up and down. No, nothing. Up and down, nothing. Okay, here, up and down. Okay, we have a high. Price goes through, sweeps, and collapses. Amazing. What else? Okay, here, perfect. Price goes up and down, that's a high. Price goes through and sweeps and collapses. Okay, here again. Up and down, high. Boom, sweep, down.
Completely. And she was in coma for 3 months. And now she is, thank God, she is able to...
Okay, here, for example, up and down. Okay, this is a long sweep. That's not a sweep. That's not a sweep. Okay, here.
Not yesterday, sorry, 2 days ago now.
Up and down, that's a high. Price goes through, sweeps, and down.
And she's the sister of the guy, of the military guy. And she was showing picture of how the guy, he came immediately in military to the hospital.
Up and down, up and down.
And took his...
Okay, here for example. Okay, let's say this is an up candle, up.
Just like this, but
Okay, and then here,
she's smiling.
liquidity sweep, price goes down.
He's flying, and he does the flights, and then he comes back training. You need to keep straight, right?
What
Super
else?
straight, and then immediately he drives straight to the hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Up and down. Okay, price goes up, sweeps, and goes down. Okay, let's try to find the last one. Up and down. Okay, price goes up, sweeps liquidity, and collapses. Amazing. Okay, so that's about it, bro. Tomorrow we will identify breaks of structure, okay, because whenever liquidity sweep happens, okay, we have to wait for break of structure in order for us to be more sure that the trend is actually going to change. Okay, so break of structures, liquidity sweep. When liquidity sweep happens, we have the potential that the trend will change, and then when break of structure happens, we have the confirmation that the liquidity has been swept, and that we have even higher chance that the trend will change. Okay, so that's about it for today, bro. Do the hard work and see you on top of the world.